Over here, Dan with ProMMANL.com. Congratulations. My question is about a couple times leg entanglement, Ashi Garami. Can you talk about what made you feel confident to defend leg lock attempts? Was it training with Abe-san at AACC? And though also, not since Pride Days, Shogun and Ninja Hua, have we seen a lot of stomping, flying stomp to the face. So can you talk about stomp and kick technique? Ali Inoki and Ashi Garami.
そうですね、今回体が得意な選手で、下の攻防がすごく上手い選手だという印象だったので、それをどうするのかっていう中で、ACC の安倍代表、安倍さんと、お話しして、いいんで、サッカーボールキックであったり、踏みつけであったり、それが許されるのが大事部分なので、これフル活用でいいんじゃないかと、怖いレナを見せれるんじゃないかということで練習しました。
So yes, I knew that going to the game, I will be fighting against this, my opponent who's really good at grounding technique. So therefore, I had, been consulted from Abe-san to take the exert my performance the fullest with the Rizin roll. So I get to use the soccer ball kick and stomping as much as I can. So to show the scary Reina to everyone.
Congratulations first up.
Thank you.
I want to talk a little bit about Cruikshank was getting the better of you a little bit early on with punch flurries and kicks. And also he, against your left straight, was very good. He was purposely drawing it up and countering hard early with front right hands. Did you feel like you could just weather the storm a little bit and you were being patient for your counter? Because you had a beautiful counter hook. So did you kind of just stay calm and wait for your moment, or what were you thinking during the fight?
見たところに合わせてやろうっていう気持ちまで持っていけましたね。最後はしっかり来たところに合わせられました。
Yes, I was nervous in the beginning. Therefore, I was kind of observing how he plays or how he fights. First of all, and I tried to calm down myself and calmly observing how he does. So I was able to find the right timing to give him the counter punch.
Okay, one more question, please. That's a very big win. Is there someone out there, or maybe in Rizin, or maybe another UFC fighter, someone you would really like to challenge yourself against? Because that's a big win for you.
今回の勝ちというのは非常に大きな勝利になったと思うんですけども、選手にとっても。この勝利を機にですね、ライジンの中でもあるいは UFC の方でもいいんですけれども、誰か戦ってみたい相手はいますか？
プロブレイジー。
ブレイジー。
日本人やられちゃってるので、楽しかったです。
So he's been beating Japanese fighters, so I would really love to fight against him.
Hello, Amir. Congratulations. Good to see you again. First off, not only are you super strong, you're an Indian beast, as I know by wrestling with you, but I want you to talk about wrestling and how these guys can't compete at the same level. You got overhand position, you put the hands together, I think you snapped him down, and then just dragged him down backwards to the side mount. Can you talk a little bit about wrestling and how these MMA guys, when they train wrestling a little bit, or 1 or 2 years, and they think a kickboxer, a striker thinks he can stop your level of wrestling, mixed with power, and just talk a little bit about wrestling.
Zwykle ataci kosziowe, nic na tyle wolę kości pełno.
Learning wrestling is not an easy thing. Learning wrestling should be something that every athlete should start at a very young age, and by the time they get to this level, it's already part of their body. For the people that have been starting all their life and at late age they start doing wrestling, it's very difficult to keep up with athletes that are here at that high level of wrestling because he's been wrestling all his life. And I think that answers your question.
One more question. Today, it looked like your pacing was a little bit better. I feel very, very few men in the world can handle your power and aggressiveness in the first round. But do you think like you relaxed a little more in there when you were in crucifix position so you would have more energy even if the fight went a long time? Do you think you're kind of getting that experience to pace yourself better? Because in the first round, you're unfuckable almost.
He says, pacing my energy needs a lot of experience as I'm growing in this sport. Gaining my experience and learning how to pace myself and how to, save my energy and go for a longer time. As today, while I was 10 minutes round, the first one was 10 minutes, I was really prepared for that. You felt good? Thank you.
Congratulations, you controlled the fight. Side, it's a similar question. Much of the first round from his guard, were you surprised how much he punched and elbowed so much from his back? And then end of second round, you have very good mounts. You always dominate across your feet from mounts and dominate. But last 30 seconds, you postured to hit. And do you think this guy crazy or baka? He punched so much from bottom. Do you think this guy is strange or crazy, or have you had an opponent punch so much from his back and elbow so much from his back before he got past?
こっちはものすごい伝わってきて、俺もそういう答えで、だったら俺も全力でもっと殴ってと思って、最後ああいう結果になりました。
Yes, indeed. So there are many players the beats from the bottom doesn't really damage me at all. It doesn't have any power. But I thought it was interesting for the audience. The audience would really enjoy that kind of fight. And I really felt that was the Anthony's real strong will that he wanted to fight. So it is a fight. So I wanted to respond back to him, kind of a fight to fight kind of manner. So I really strongly beat him down until I really beat him down.
ありがとうございます。
他にご質問ある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか。
Hello, congratulations. Good to see you again. In the very beginning of the fight, you hit her with a huge overhand right. And you're 73 kilogram, and she's 88 kilogram. And then for 20 seconds, first round. And again at the beginning of the second round, for 20 seconds, you guys just exchanged right hands. And then pride never died. Down Friday versus Takayama. Tell me what you think about that, and I think that you, all the fans like, you should take part in Makadamashi.
なんですかね、わかりやすく、負けないという気持ちでずっといつもやっているので、そういう感じです。
So I've been practicing judo since young, so I am quite confident that I never lose. So I don't know whether I was able to express any of the Kodamashi or not, but I always try not to be influenced by the environment or any atmospheres around myself. That's how I fought today as well.
And another question, she is so big and strong. Her best chance was first time crucifix. She tried hard to bridge you, but you have very good balance on top and keep in crucifix position. So, did you know after her first big attempt to bridge you, to reverse you going over, did you know after that you would have total ground control? After that, I rode with you a month ago. I know how strong your base and balance is. And follow-up question, now that you're facing one big and strong, are you ready to fight Gani Garcia, even though she's like 110 kilograms or more?
ないですね。ギャビー・ガルシアは別に、やってもいいですけど、また何でもいいです。
So regarding the groundwork, I can read how the opponent will move when I give the pressure on them. So I know that I will never be rolled over. And I always think how they will move if I give this pressure on them. So that's how I trust myself that I will never be rolled over. And regarding the Gary Garcia, it really doesn't matter who I'm going to fight against, so she could be the one, but anybody is okay with me.
Hello, sir. Besides rising and growing and making JMMA back to the greatness of Pride Days, tonight, 8 of 11 fights were Japanese versus foreign opponents. All 8 Japanese win. Do you think that this means really JMMA is back? And also, do you think growing new stars like Reina, King Reina, and Tenshin is the future?
We talk about the Pride Days and they reminisce about the Pride Days, but I don't think that we should be reminiscing about our past, and we should look forward, and we need to create the new generations. I know that there are so many early emotions in the global arena, and there are much, more events and and such organizations out there. But I think we need to create something from the scratch to have some originality. So and then we need to have more new up-and-coming fighters going forward, so we can add the flavor of the Japaneseness to this JMMA. So this isn't something comparable to UFC or UFC and whatnot. So in square ring, and of course we should let the fighters fight against their opponents with so much difference in the weight, but they should not be really focused or to be partial to the rules and the weight differences, for example. So I think we should face a lot of new challenges going forward. So I think we should create such new style of Rizin going forward.
日本人が活躍するから JMMA ではないということです。プライドの時代を知っている人には、別に日本人が活躍したのが初期で、最終的にはノゲラとヒョドルで、みんな、ヒョドルとミルコで、埼玉スーパーアリーナのスタジオガールがいっぱいになる。日本のファンはいいものじゃないのは、別に日本人だから日本人じゃないからって、そんなにこだわらない。ただ日本の中でスターが必要ですから、それは日本人のスターが出たからできるものじゃない。世界中の選手たちにやるチャンスがあると思います。
So I just want to make a point that this, it's not because of JMMA. It's not that because the Japanese fighters are, creating this atmosphere of JMMA. So when you think about the Pride Days, it was only the first couple of years when there were many Japanese fighters were very prominent. So I think that there are much more chances and opportunities for those fighters from overseas to be engaged in our organization Rizin.
どうもありがとうございました。